welcome. Lots of color going on here today. I have a couple art cards, and these are not artist trading cards. They're my own size. They're 3x4. And I'm starting with some Bristol Smooth mixed media paper. And I have the stamp. It's a Tim Holtz stamp. I'll have it listed below what stamp set it is. And so I'm stamping it with some Versamark, and I'm going to be embossing on it, so you can't see it now. It gives just a little shine. So I'm doing that. You have to kind of look with your light to positioning because you can't always tell where the last one was. And I'm going to be embossing with gold. And this is, I bought it off Ranger. I'm not sure what brand it is. But it's just an embossing powder. It's not a Tim Holtz embossing glaze like I like to use as well. But I wanted a shiny gold, and so I have to use a different brand. And I put it on pretty heavy and catch it all on a piece of paper so that I can easily put it back in the pot. And then I always just toss that piece of paper because it will leave a mess, or I have accidentally put two colors together, just little bits of it, and did not work out very well. So now I'm going to use my heat tool and emboss the embossing powder. And you can see it kind of messed up in a couple places. I'm not sure why I did that, but I don't really care. And look at that beautiful gold shine. And because I'm embossing first, I don't have to worry about the colors getting on top of that. They won't. And so I'm using some lumberjack plaid as the first color, just putting it down on my mat and smooshing it onto the paper, or onto the card. I don't want to cover the whole thing because I want some room for other colors. And then the next color I'm using is a wild honey. It's kind of a orangey color. And then the last color is salvaged patina. And there are some spots that are mixed with the other colors, and so I just kind of lift it off with a paper towel to take any excess. That will show the blue underneath. And I'm just adding some where there is some white. I'm drying as I go. So once it's dry, I'm adding some black soot. I am taking that around the edges. Normally you see me use vintage photo or scorched timber, but in this case I really thought it needed the contrast of the black. And now I'm going to add some black splatters. Put it on my mat, add some water, and just kind of splatter it with my brush. And sometimes I'll find a spot that I think needs more than just a splatter, and so I'll let my brush hit the paper and makes more of like a splotch. And I dry that. Now I'm going to add some collage pieces, some ephemera, and a focal image. The ephemera pieces are from different things of Tim Holtz. I have Number List, and then I think the next one is from Memoir. And that actually was a bigger piece that I cut in half, and so they both had the same pieces on them. Making them to look very similar, but they'll have slightly different looks. One is going to be for a friend, and I'll keep one of them. The little circle is a scrap I had of some scrapbook paper, and I just punched out a circle. It's hard to tell from here, but it has some writing on it. It's just you can't tell very much. The butterflies, I had a digital print and printed it out, and I glued it onto some lightweight cardstock and then cut it out. And these are two different butterflies from the same print. And so I'm going to start gluing it down. Because there is embossing on the background, I have to maybe add a little more glue or apply pressure longer just so that it adheres. And the butterfly, I only put glue on the center body portion, maybe slightly beyond the body portion, so the wings are not flat to the paper. Then I'm doing the same thing to the second card. And you'll notice that when I glue down the butterfly, I do let it extend off the card just a tad. I think it just adds a little interest to it. And I'm adding to the left side a sentiment from Small Talks. It says, "With brave wings she flies." The right side, I'm gonna write a personal note on that one. So that is it for this one. I hope you like it. I love all the colors and it kind of grabs you when you look at it. But I have some final pictures coming up. But if you have not subscribed yet, please do. I'd love to have you along this journey. If you like what you saw, please give me a thumbs up. And either way, you have a great day.